I've got this. I do like this. But what I'm going to do, if you've got a doily that you actually like this one, and you don't want to waste it, don't waste it. Do something with it. And I'm going to cut the middle out of mine. Like that. It's beautiful tatting and embroidery. It's gorgeous. Crocheted. Right, we'll keep that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... Oopsie daisy, I was going to. Not with that bit of thread. Get a new piece of thread. I've got glue all over my fingers now. There we go. Just take it. Let's move this out of the way. Oopsie daisy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this right in front of that line. And then I'm going to, because this is the top of it, start here. Okay. Like that. Oopsie daisy. And you see you've got like that. And I'm just going to give that a good tacking stitch. Because I don't want to waste it. And I don't want to put it on a project. But I want to make something with it to go on a project. Okay, so I've done that. Just take the needle and put it out of the way. So I've got my gathered little piece here, which I like. Just leave that like that a minute. Take my lace again. I'm just going to cut a piece. Needle and thread again. I can't always see if I've got the right way. Oh, there we are. Again, we're going to make another flower. So if I was to put that on top of a flower, that wouldn't work properly. It would be laid flat. There's nothing to it, except for it's a pretty little doily. So this is a way of using up the nice ones you want to use up with your flowers. Yeah, I've had quite a bit of feedback over those that have bought these needles. They find it a lot easier to work with and actually can work without too much pain. So, you know, run along. Everybody should invest in these anyway, even if you're young. When your hands start to hurt, and believe me, they will. As you get older, your body changes and it's not, you know, you can batter it like you can when you're a young person, and you can't, you know, don't sit back and think, oh, it'll be fine, I can take it now, I can take it then. You're very much mistaken, young ones. Get it, ease your body while you can, I'm telling you now. You know, when I say batting, my hands have had so much, they've done so much work and a lot of, you know, small work and gripping and things like that over the years, that I have got problems with my hands. But since using these needles, I mean, look, I can hold it like that, I can, you know, like that. It's so much easier. And it's not like this, a little tiny needle trying to do something with it. So I'm not putting as much pressure on my hands, although they're keeping, you know, supple or movable, whatever you want to call it. The joints can move. I'm not damaging them anymore. In fact, I would say it's helped me a great deal to get the bigger needle. And you do find it easier to work with. Now this has got quite a bit of gather in it. I'm just going to pop that way, pull that. Oops, daisy. Now tuck that down. I usually tuck it down, it don't get in the way. And it's so much easier to manoeuvre your, you know, needle about. I'll just pop a touch of glue. I just put a touch down the edge. That's nice. Nice good gathering that. Just keep moving it around. That evens it out. Let's just move the needle out of the way. Oh, sorry, and the scissors. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this. Now that I've got the centre. And I'm going to attach it underneath there. Like that. I haven't done it all because I don't want it all done. And to this I'm also going to add a couple of feathers which fill in that gap. I've nearly finished with these. Let's go to town on it, I think. So in this gap that we've got here, we can fill that up and it doesn't look odd. It won't look odd. Beautiful, beautiful feathers of these. They're the best feathers I've ever worked with. And they're the marabou feathers. And you can pick them up on eBay. Like that. Get off me. I saved those butterflies out of them. See? And that just fills that gap. So what I'm going to do now is I do have a stick pin that I want to put in there. It's actually quite long, so what I'm going to do is to cut that. Now this way you have to be careful, so unless you've got really good sharp ones, which I've not, you do have to watch it doesn't flick. See, just be careful, so you can shoot off and ricochet back into your eye. So I'm just going to pop this in here like that. Now that's quite a heavy one, but we're going to put the backing on. So we'll just pop the backing onto there. Like that. I will put some pearly bits on, I think. I've got some hearts. Where did I put my hearts? Just move that out of the way. There's one. This'll do. That'll do, look. And they're just cut off for sprays. You know, I bought a spray from the garden centre and decided to use them. Now what I'm going to do is just actually bend that, and that'll give it a little bit more what's it to tuck it in. So let's shoot. Now don't do what I've just done. But problem solved, because wait, that just landed perfectly onto that, so it'll keep it in place. Phew. See? Saves me altering the, or having to fix it. So that's that. I do like that. That's pretty, pretty. Now let's find, I wonder if the other one will do for this now. And yeah, and make it all handmade. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. There is a tutorial on these flower centres. Stunning. What a gorgeous flower. They don't take long to make. Think outside the box. Beautiful. And then that's just one like that. Gorgeous. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Right, I've got my little lace basket that my friend made me, and I am going to be let's have a look. I've just put my oddments in here. I do have a bag full of laces, but I've got a bit of that and a bit of that. Let's have a look what we've got down here. I don't really want to do black this morning. I'm not going to do black. I don't want to do black. Oh, I started this. I've not finished it. I'll show you it though. I've made a little bag. I got the sewing machine out last night. I've got it out at the side of me. And it's got a couple of the handmade flowers that's been done for me recently. And please forgive me if I don't remember all your names. And the first one I show you I can't remember. But I do use them if somebody makes them for me and they fit a particular project. That was done by Amanda. I think that was Pammy. I'm not sure. You'd have to tell me, remind me. Got a little lace handle on it. And what I've done with it, I've used this kind of cheesecloth, that cheesecloth material, done the pockets, the actual bag itself, and then put a beautiful large doily that I wrapped around like that. It's under there. It's really pretty. It's got lots of flowers on, and then I put another it was like an oval shape doily, and I cut that and just pinned it underneath there. Added some gorgeous lace, some of the lovely trimming that I like, and some more here, and then just added the flower, and that's a little bag that's again to collect my own laces, because I do have quite a number of laces, and that are my own, and I like to keep them tidy and separate from anything else that I use. Now I've got some bits and pieces here that I might use today. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Bit of trimming that was left off that one. Don't like that one. Got a bit of that. That's what I made the little bag out yesterday. Oh no, I'm going to do this for a book. I'm going to do another book. So that's for that. Oh, here's a bit of lace. Sorry, I've got it in front because I was doing the bag last night and left it all out. That's a nice little... Oh, that'll do for a bag. And that's the bit I cut off, see? Cut that bit off and put that on the bag I've just made. But I've got a bit of lace here, this'll do. Which shall we use? This one or this one? We'll try this one. I think my scissors need sharpening. They've all gone kaput. Oh, now... Just reminded me, because my hands are hurting this morning, I did get, look at me, I'm filthy. I did get the email from you to say about the, somebody sent me a message to say about the cream that you can get if your hands hurt. I have got the message. I did write back to you, so I'm not sure if you got the reply. But I will be having a look into that and seeing if I can get hold of it here. Because she said it does work, and it's for, you know, people whose hands hurt, if you've got joint pain and things like that. And I do. I've got terrible joint pain this morning, but it is cold, and so I do firmly believe, a lot of doctors don't, and I'm not a doctor, but I know when my joints hurt, and it's with the cold weather, I'll tell you that now. Right, needle and thread. I'm going to... Now, people keep asking about these long needles. You get them on eBay. Usually 3 in a pack. 3 different sizes. And you can get really long ones. And I'm not sure if they're called... what might they be called? I don't know. Can't remember. They're just sewing needles to me. Darning needles. I'm not sure. You'd have to check it up. But just put... 4-inch or 6-inch long needle into eBay search and it'll come up with them. There's quite a few different ones. This is a pack of 3 and one's bigger, and like I said, I have shown you before, that's the biggest. So you've one 6-inch, one 5-inch, I think the other one's 4, and I find this one perfect for the size of my hands to grip. So I'm just doing my running stitch as I normally do with a gathered lace, yes, and gather it a bit more. I was talking to Julie yesterday, my friend. Many of you'll know her, the one with who had breast cancer. And her son's in uni up in Carlisle. I think it's Carlisle. Studying, went out with his friends to McDonald's, would you believe, and got attacked right outside McDonald's. He's the 3rd one to be attacked in the same spot, and no one's doing anything about it. How's that? They've got it on CCT, and they're just not doing anything. He's a 3rd, you know, he's 19, 20, something like that, and he's the 3rd one to be attacked outside. So I don't know what they're serving in them burgers. Well, you know, it can't keep happening. This is horrendous. We're hearing about people getting attacked all the time. I mean, there was one in the paper of an old lady, 80-odd-year-old lady the other day. I was gobsmacked. Or was it on the news? Just when I saw her face, and she'd been taken for a few quid, you know, beaten for a few pounds. What do the teenagers... I mean, at one point, you'd very rarely hear of anything like that. So what do they... Are they not ashamed of themselves afterwards? Are they not... I don't understand what inspires them to do it. What coaxes them to do it? Are they on drugs? Or I don't know. What are they... What's in their head saying, oh, today we're going to rob an old lady of 80-odd, 90-odd, beat her up, frighten her to death, almost kill her, and take a few quid out of her purse? What possesses them? We're breeding these kids, remember? And then they breed their kids. Now are they going to breed them like them? Only twice as bad? Come on. We have to step up to the mark and take charge of our own kids. We have to. It's disgusting, outrageous, unbelievable in some cases. Right, now, sorry, but I'm just on a whinge today. Right, I'm just taking these little bits that I cut off, because you know me, don't waste anything. I'm just going to chop these, because they look like a petal when they're on. Okie dokie. And all I do with mine is I just fold it in half, just like a pleat, and I'm just going to pop that on there. I just don't know what the world's coming to, and it's frightening. But these are our children. You know, I'm not saying we've all got bad ones, but, you know, parents must take ownership of their children. Because they're people underage that's doing it, most of them. I'm just going to snip that off. I don't actually want that bit on there. It's just so sad, and you know, it could be your grandmother, your mother. Do we know what our children are doing when they're not with us? Not many do, I'm afraid. But it's a society we live in. It's a shameful society. The younger generation, not everybody, not tarnishing everybody with the same brush, but we know it happens. It is happening. There is evidence it's happening. And at the end of the day, is it what we want for us when we're older? That's what you've got to think of. What goes around comes around. It will come back and bite you in the ass quicker than you can blink. Animals are no, animals. They are animals. People are no different to animals. It's how you bring them up, I have to say. There, see, it's made a nice little centerpiece flower. Now, I've just put a video up. If you run along to the links I've given you, go to my Pinterest and you'll get to see. Excuse me. It's not all up from this year because I've done over 1,000 videos, but excuse me. But I have put up lots of pictures from this year's crafting. Okay, so please run along and have a look and see what you think. Not sure if I'm going to do this. I'll cut it anyway. It might just inspire you and give you some ideas of things to do. Lots of them do have tutorials on YouTube. But I just thought they might help folk. There we go. And then I'm just going to put a pearly centre in. Oh, let me see if I've got any of my little flower things, because I do love my little flower things that I make myself. Too big, that one, but I had another one somewhere. Oh, that's perfect. And these are what I make, and it's just gaining off the jewellery. I mean, that's even a little rose, paper rose, little bits of this, that and the other, and you just glue them all together and make your own embellishments. And I've shown people how to do this. I've never seen anybody else do it, so it's not something I've copied. This is my own designs. There, and that's a nice little flower. Quite pretty, that, actually. So I'm just going to get a piece of this. For the back. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty. Like that one. Hope you like that one. I might actually... Oh, God. I've got to clear my desk. It's driving me nuts. It is. It's driving me nuts. Oh, that one can go in the bin. I don't want that one. Let me just see. Now,